What is up, everyone? We are here with some more news from Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. First, there were some connection issues still occurring. This started on the 27th at 11:30 p.m. is when they noticed it. They're still investigating what the problem is. Normally, if there's a quick turnaround, we haven't been seeing any type of compensation. There may be some compensation out of this because we're looking at it, unless they've fixed it and just didn't tell us, because we're looking at close to a day and a half at this point without it being resolved. So there might end up being some compensation in the form of some blue crystals. We'll see. That's not the other thing, though. That's not the big thing. And even then, for those of you who are veteran players of this game right now, this really isn't going to help you very much at all. This is, again, for those newer players, our C friends that joined. We have more Crisis Dungeons returning. We'll have the Shinra Building, Mount Nebel, Abandoned Factory, and Sunsen Cave. Very hard. These were held in the past. You can get blue crystals and other rewards. The problem is, it says score rewards that have already been received in the past cannot be received again. I don't agree that they're doing this part of it. If you're going to bring them back, just open them back up for all of us to do again. Because right now, it means jack squat to the rest of us. I get we're trying to get the C players caught up, and I think that's great. I'm not trying to discount that in the least bit, but I think this is how you get us doing Crisis Dungeons. Because right now, as it stands, by the way, this will run from April 30th to June 30th. That is a long freaking time. That's a full 2 months this is going to be open. I didn't realize that when I saw that earlier. Here's the problem, though. Back to what I was saying about the Crisis Dungeons. I have not touched a Crisis Dungeon since the last event part of this dropped out. So these will be going away. So when we got the Coral Prison, I have not touched the Crisis Dungeon since then. I have been sitting here on this entire time. These are being wasted. There is zero reason to run these. Zero. And whether you look at it from you can do, there's missions maybe. Well, there's not. I still need to do these. You can get them in the season pass. It helps you get these without doing Crisis Dungeons. I fulfilled my season pass or treasure hunt like 3 or 4 days ago, and that's really without calculating the Crisis Dungeons, because I think you have to run at least 3 to get the reward there. Maybe there's 1 for 1, but I think I did it the very first time and that was it. So beyond that, once you've completed these Crisis Dungeons, there is zero reason to revisit these things. Once you get your S plus and you've got your rewards, zero reason. We need a reason to revisit these. I really think that they should reopen this part of things to make us want to go back and redo these. If I went back and redid this now, I guarantee I'd get a higher score than this. But there's no need. I'm going to waste a Crisis Dungeon ticket, which again, don't have need for them right now anyways, but for nothing. I can get the rank rewards here, but what's 300 gold going to get me? Even if I did the Copine Caverns here, or dungeon, 300 gold still. So it's not even that the harder Crisis Dungeons would give more, as even this one, 300. That's not worth it at all. So I think that they need to, if they're going to re-release these Crisis Dungeons, which again, I'm all for doing, getting our C players caught up who didn't get a chance to do these. Make sure you guys get a chance to get your Crisis medals here. Don't forget, here soon we should have a new Buster Sword in the shop. But reopen all the rewards for everybody. May give us a reason to go in and do those. And anytime they're re-released, just clear out the rewards, allow us to do it. Keep the high score in there, but allow us to regain the rewards. Because right now, Crisis Dungeon is worthless for any veteran player. that's my kind of thoughts on that. I would love to see like even maybe like a weekly reset of these where you can go in. Maybe weekly's too much. Maybe a monthly reset. A monthly reset on our crisis dungeons, where you can go in and redo them to re-get rewards. Maybe the second time you get less rewards. I don't know, like make a secondary box here. This is your initial clear, and then this is, you know, the second run, third run, fourth run, whatever, whenever they re-release them, or like again, if we make these monthly, where you can clear this one again for a month, and maybe the rewards are like half. So, you know, instead of getting, you know, 300 is 150, here's 100, 100, 50, 50. So I think you would get, I think it's like 500 altogether from this one then, and then same thing, 500 here. You know, so you're still not getting a ton of blues, but I think that's a great way to make it so we're still using these, because I've also not only got that, I've got 16 dungeon key vouchers. I'm doing jack squat with these things. Every time I get them, they just sit here. So I think this would be a really good thing to do. Like I said, just do like a monthly reset. Keep the initial score. Maybe the secondary, like I said, your secondary run is the one that gets cleared off every single time. Just put a little secondary box right here. You can have them on each one. And that gives us a reason to go back and run these things. Even if it's just the hard one. I don't care if you don't put one on normal. Put it on the hard one. Put a secondary box here, second run, something like that. That'll reset monthly, or, you know, every 2 months, something like that, to give us a reason to come in here and do these. And then when you re-release your event dungeons, same deal. Maybe you can add a second run type thing for those of us who have done it before. And that gets cleared every single time it comes back. You keep the initial run there. These secondary runs are worth half as much. That way it's not completely breaking things, but it still makes it worthwhile, something to do, something that we want to clear, and we can refine things and see how far we've come. You know, my first score was an 841,000, but this time when I ran it, you know, I scored, you know, 1 million. I don't know. It'd be neat to kind of see that. So there's my thoughts on that, but that's not really complete what this video is about. This video was just to introduce the fact that they are re-releasing them, but it is mainly for, like I said, our new players and our C players. As the rest of us, if we've cleared it, we will not be able to re-get those wards. So we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Again, if you guys like what you see, if you'd like to drop that like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be great. We'll see you in the next one.